Well, folks, let's know the buzz about the election today. Who's the average Joe backing Biden or Trump? A man commented,
If Biden drops out, Trump wins. The Democrats wanting to replace Biden tend to be nervous, panicky, and flighty. Give Biden 2 times to talk on TV and the debate will be forgotten. Biden is a strong talker, maybe not a strong debater. Trump is a glib, incoherent, lying complainer. Biden has character. Trump doesn't know what character is.
Interesting, right? Now here, another comment on the same post.
We know Biden will be forced to drop out at some point. Too many high-profile Democrats already expressed this wish, and now the dirty truth is out in the open for the world to see. Why not let Kamala be president for a few months and get the first minority woman president thing out of the way and give the Democrats at least a small moral victory, since they thrive on identity politics? Trump is the presumptive president no matter who they replace Biden with. No candidate will defeat his lead.
You agree with his idea? An interesting comment I found is,
I don't care how old Joe is. His administration has been doing an incredible job since he took office. They passed more legislation that has helped the American people in his first 2 years of office than the past 3 Republican presidents combined. What's the worst that could happen? He has a stroke during his 2nd term. So what? The same thing happened to President Woodrow Wilson, and his wife Edith stepped in for him, and no one had a clue. That's because his administration was so strong. Who cares if he messed up Lines Cool J's name? Trump hasn't been able to produce a complete and proper sentence in over a decade. Biden speaks the way he does because of a stutter that he's had his entire life. Trump speaks the way he does because he's an idiot. This isn't even a debate. A vote for Biden is a vote for democracy. A vote for Trump is a vote for the downfall of America.
I want to hear the reply of this comment in the comment box.
As an independent moderate centrist, I say I scream a warning and light what the Supreme Court did today and what the branch Trumpian cult 45 is attempting to do. We have to react in a peaceful way to what happened today at the Supreme Court, and instead of reacting in a violent and destructive way, we must focus on channel 100% of our disgust at the Supreme Court and at the branch Trumpian cult 45. We must focus it with a laser intensity on November 5th. We must defeat the 30 for felony count criminal loser by 14 million votes and by a bigger electoral and popular vote landslide than we defeated him by in November 2020. I metaphorically scream a warning from the highest mountaintop if what happened today at the Supreme Court an insulting, dangerous, and damaging assault on our Constitution, democratic representative republic, if the threat that Donald the convicted felon poses to our country, if that doesn't inspire us to respond with a roar of anger at the ballot box this November, then when?
What you really think? What should I reply to his comment? Another man said,
I was going to vote for Biden, but because he stuttered twice in 90-minute debate, I guess I'll just have to vote against all of my interests on convicted felon who tried to steal election last time, who has moral compass of alley cat, whose family was in his cabinet, who did exclusively visit his own properties as president to enrich himself. Yeah, sorry Biden, you're out, said nobody ever.
Here is another rude statement by a common man.
The only one who needs to be replaced is Trump. A criminal shouldn't be allowed. Biden didn't do any wrong. He just had a weak debate performance. Judge them based upon their presidencies.
Next, I pick another comment to show you the thinking of a conscious voter.
90 bad minutes doesn't take away from 50 years in government service. Reagan had a crappy debate and won 49 states. Obama had a crappy debate and we elected him twice. Hillary won her debates and still lost the presidency. Debates aren't the predictor of the right candidate.
Now here, a new thought.
It's hard not to be concerned after what happened today with the Supreme Court, to question everything that went down on January 6th, and to know it was legally okay. How does that not give a person anxiety and hopelessness? We the people decided our president, and yet we're being punished for not choosing a 30 for time convicted felon, an insurrectionist, racist, rapist, and wannabe dictator who told us to drink bleach and stick a flashlight up our ass to kill a virus. As scared as I am, I'm still backing President Biden and voting blue. I would rather have an elderly man who stutters than an elderly lunatic.
Do you agree with this man?
President Biden has been granted absolute power by the Supreme Court and can immediately have the 6 mega Supreme Court justices arrested for treason, since they have destroyed the intent of our Constitution by appending the separation of powers, foundational to our democracy.
I think you will be satisfied hearing this.
Well, I know I'm voting for President Biden. I could see in my president's eyes that he was in shock at the lies that came out of the mouth of Donald Trump the felon. I was in shock. I turned off the debate right away. Those two people from CNN, when they cut off my president and they let that liar just lie, I could not watch it. I turned it off. But I know what my president has done, and I know his heart. I am praying for the Supreme Court, and I am praying for President Biden. In the Old Testament, I read of things God do to people like the people on the Supreme. And I don't think it's a sin for me to pray against the Supreme Court. 3 of the justices, anyone out there who wants to join me in praying against 3 of those justices? All of them need to go. The 3. Clarence Alito, and I don't remember the other man's name, nor do I need to right now. But I believe in a real God. I know a lot of people who come on here don't believe in God, but I know there are more than 50 people in the United States that are believing God and is praying truly to God, and I'm not worried about the election. Because if God is completely finished with America, he will give it over to Donald Trump and his minions. I do not believe that God has given us up. I get upset when I hear people cussing God and say they're Democrat and saying all kinds of crazy things like there's no God. I'm begging God to forgive them because I want his mercy. I am about to start my prayer. I have my own problems going on, but I'm going to give a good part of my prayer time tonight to my country, the United States of America, and to my President Joseph Biden, a man of decency, a man of compassion. I know the Bible says there's no one good, no, not one. But as a human being, he's a good human being. He's a president for all people. I came here years ago. I am a United States citizen from the moment I became a citizen. I have been voting. And I'm not going to be a foolish Democrat to stay at home and give the orange felon the White House. I'm not going to do it.
Hope I'm not failed to connect you with the realm. Please subscribe the channel so that I can share your thoughts also.